Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna, where we give you latest news updates and a lot of useful and interesting information, as well as walking tours down Benidorm and the surrounding area. Today we are in Altea Beach. Finally it stopped raining so we can stay here at the seashore to let you know the latest news update from Spain and Benidorm town. So let's start today's video. First of all, of course, let's talk about this situation. We don't have numbers anymore. However, what we do see is the general situation, since the government is counting only the index for people older than 60 years old to monitorize it better. And this data shows us that the index is dropping slowly but surely. Today is the day. Today, 6th of April, is the most important Congress meeting in Toledo town, which is where the ministers and all the presidents of different autonomic regions will vote to see if masks inside will be over. There has been a draft sent to a lot of newspapers and news channels here in Spain, in which we can already see that they have been eliminated. The only thing that we are left to know is from which day it will be happening. So the draft is ready, and in it actually says that there is going to be still quite a few areas where it will be obligatory to wear it, for example in the public transport, in hospitals, in clinics, and for third age resident homes, as well as it will be recommended in places where a lot of people are gathered together, not obligatory however. So we'll see today in the evening what the answer from the government will be, and as soon as I'll know the exact date, of course I will let you know. So make sure you check the channel every now and then, you activate the notifications bell just in case I'll post the urgent information in our community tab or make a short video. The second news comes from our lovely Valencian community. Valencian community officially will start having the tourist tax in 2 years, so starting from 2024. The political parties, the main three political parties, they have already prepared the official document where it states that this tax will need to be paid not only by international tourists but also by national ones, which will mean that even people living here in Valencian community, if they will travel somewhere, let's say from Valencia towards Benidorm or from Benidorm towards Alicante, and they decide to stay in a hotel, they'll also need to pay this tax. It's not a big tax, however. The approximate price will be between 50 cents and €2 per person per night, and it will be charged everywhere. Hotels, hostels, touristic apartments, campings, suites, houses that are rented as touristic, and it will make a huge change in our region, I must say. Only for national tourists that are visiting our region, it's calculated that in 1 year they will bring 10 million of euros in taxes, not counting the international ones. The time given to prepare themselves was officially 2 years, so by 2024 it will start. And like this, Valencian community sums up with Balearic Islands and Catalonia, which is where the touristic tax is already in place for quite a few years. The most important part in this document is that it's a voluntary tax, which means that every region can decide, every town, every municipal hall can decide by themselves whether to implement this tax or not, which is a good news. Or better to say, it would be a good news if not for the fact that there is a small point in this plan which says that any time from when this measure will be taking place, anytime from then the government can change it, and from 1 second to the other it's not going to be obligatory but mandatory tax to pay. So it's a very, very unsecure plan, and our regions, Valencian communities, regions like Alicante, Castellón, Valencia itself, they don't really feel like it's fair, and what they do think is that once this tax will be taking place, they will change it to obligatory. It's not a lot of money, I know, 50 cents for campings, probably campsites, And the higher the category is of the hotel or apartments, the more obviously they will charge, up until €2 per person per night. If this tax will be mandatory, what I do think the best way to do it would be just increase the price of a room or apartment by a few euros, and that basically is it. And then to pay the municipal hall, just split this money and give the exact amount. Because if people will see that there is an extra touristic tax, not a lot of them will be coming here anymore and will choose another location to come. The only town that seems kind of to be in favor of this new tax is Valencia, surprisingly. All the rest are against it. The money that will be brought with this touristic tax, where they will be heading afterwards. What these political parties say, and it will be put inside of the new plan and the new law, is that this money will be going directly to municipal halls, to the area itself that has taken this money, and they themselves will be the ones responsible to decide where this money will be going, either to promote tourism or to cover up some roads that are in a bad condition, you know, for the light payments, electricity, for fiestas, for whatever they feel like. If it's true, it's kind of good. However, I know that a lot of tourists will be seeing it as a huge negative point for our region. And the last news is coming, of course, from Benidorm. We always talk a lot about different hotels, about their opening dates and how the situation is in there. However, Aparthotels and touristic apartments are always the forgotten ones here on the channel. During the Easter week, which is basically right here around the corner, it's starting just in a couple of days, the occupancy in the Aparthotels and touristic apartments is expected to be of around 70% more or less. However, last minute bookings is something that they always have, and it might increase by another 10%. So basically 80 something percent of occupancy is just great news for them. The prices for Aparthotels and touristic apartments surprisingly have basically remained the same since 2019, pre-pandemic's time. In some points, they're even slightly cheaper, depending on the area where they're located, than in 2019. So it's a great news for all those of you who are looking forward to book a touristic apartment or an Aparthotel, because the prices should be more or less stable for the last few years, at least here in Benidorm. During these few years, Aparthotel and touristic apartments have been working quite a lot to implement more safety and security measures inside, as well as newest technologies. As you all know, right now, touristic apartments did not have a really good fame because there was not a lot of control about it. Some people were putting fake bookings online, charging people, and then when people arrived, it's actually a fake advertisement and there is no apartment, or there is one. However, that person who charged you was not the one responsible for it, and you don't even have a keys or the way how to get there. So everything is way more under control right now. So day by day, it's starting to be safer to travel inside of these type of accommodation options, as well as some new changes. One of them will be the noise control or the noise alert. It can be seen as a double way and a double positive thing, because from one side you will have a specific alert installed, a system installed in the apartment, which will make an alert sound once you go further than the necessary and allowed officially limit of a sound noise, just to make sure that you're not going more than established in certain hours here in Valencian Community and in Spain in general, to avoid claims and avoid issues with people who are living permanently in these buildings. Apart from that, the second good side of it is, imagine someone comes to you or comes to the owner of the Aparthotel saying that you're making a lot of noise. They can check the system and see if the alert went on or if it didn't. If the alert did not went on, then it means that the sound that you were making is inside of a normal limit, so you won't have any issues with it at all, or with the owner of the apartment where you are staying for your holidays. So it's a very, very safe thing to do, and it's being implemented in more and more apartments or apart hotels here in the region. Right now we are heading full speed towards the Easter. Obviously here the official holidays are from 10th till 17th of April, but the last 4 days heading towards the weekend are the most important ones in here, and it's when you will actually see a big increase of tourists in Benidorm, Alicante, and in general all the Valencian community. So if you will be here on these dates, you will be able to see how busy Benidorm gets. And now what about the weather? I know a lot of you were wondering when finally this rain and storm will be over. Today we still can see that there are quite a lot of waves in here, but at least it's not raining anymore. In Alicante, the sun is shining already, and there you can already see some blue skies. Clouds are going away towards the mountains during the day of today. All the alerts will be disappearing during this morning, and by today's evening time it will be nice, calm and still here without any kind of rain at all. By the way, in Alicante it's already sunny today, and you can see a little bit of the sunshine right there in front. The sunny weather will be with us up until 11th of April at least. Occasionally there might be some rain and clouds on north and center parts of Spain, but not more than that. Here it will be nice and warm. Speaking about warm, the temperatures will be rising up once again, and hopefully they won't be dropping anymore up until the next winter season. In Benidorm today we have around 15 degrees, more or less. In Alicante 19, because there it's sunny once again. Barcelona 16, Granada 14, Malaga 19, Sevilla 19, Madrid 17, Murcia 18, Balearic Islands today 14, Canarian 20 to 21, and Valencia, which is right that direction right there. By the way, this here is Calpe. Right there we'll have 21 degrees today, and tomorrow in our region we'll be having back again 23 degrees, which is amazing. These were all the news for today, my dears. I hope you enjoyed watching today's latest news update from Spain and Benidorm town. Don't forget that today towards the evening I will post the official message or a short video about what will be going on with the masks indoors once the government will make this decision. So stay tuned and activate your notifications bell. Bye!